Bass heads, what's good? Look, I wanted to I'm sitting here getting to know this new bass and getting, doing some old school practice. And I thought it would be a cool time to do like a quick tutorial on position playing. Not going to be here long. We do have the live stream tonight, study hall tonight, where we're looking at a song that I really did not understand was as funky as it is, and that is "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette. Just be there tonight, 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going live. We're going to use Songmaster Pro to dissect that bass part because it's killing. It's killing. There's a lot of like James Brown-esque type stuff in there, and we're going to do a deep dive into that. Anyway, listen, this video is sponsored by me and Bass Note Master. You can use this tool for free. It's a interactive fretboard trainer. You get scales, chords, arpeggios. There's a left-handed mode, and there is some mode lessons and stuff. There's a gamification aspect as well. So you can check that out at bassnotemaster.com. bassnotemaster.com. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch views here. Again, this is me getting to know this brand new instrument of mine, which I'm just loving. And the first thing we're going to do is look at positions, and we're going to start down here. And when I'm pointing past the nut, we're going to call that open position, okay? Because we have our open strings. Hang on a second. Preamp is hot. If you're playing a 4-string, just ignore the 5-string. Just ignore the B string. All right, the same rules are gonna apply. So there's B, open, E, A, D, and G. We'll use that. We'll use that as open position, and we're going to look at the first 4 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll also think about 1 finger per fret. Let me explain to you what I mean by think about 1 finger per fret. Even though I'm thinking 1 finger per fret, you see my hand moves. I'm not going up and trying to hold on to the previous note. All right? So we're going to call that open position. So I got all of the notes in that 1 position. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a pad. And I'll tell you the app that I'm using, to the best of my knowledge, this app is free. It's called AutoPad. And I'll show it to you. It's called AutoPad. Hang on a second. Let's see. Like I said, as far as I know, this app is free, and all it does is play these ambiguous pads, okay? And I'm only using this to hear some context, all right? Now I'll play that in just a second, but first let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm on a 5-string. If you're on a 4-string, again, just ignore the 5th string. I will make a quick note about that. If you got a 5-string, you want to learn what's on the 5 string. Look at the notes from the lowest string, okay? Now, your ear wants to hear that C, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stay within this 4 fret range. Now, another note that's a part of that C major scale is going to be the note B. Okay, so what I want to do is in that position, I want to know all of the notes in the C major scale. Now, if you stick around, I'm going to show you all keys, all of the keys right here in this first position. Okay, so let's start with C. I'm only going to use the finger that I would naturally fall under one of these 4 frets. So for first finger, I'm going to use my first finger. For C, I'm going to use my first finger, right? Because it's on the first fret. D, I'm using my 3rd finger because it's on the 3rd fret, and so on. A, open. Sorry, I played F sharp. I was supposed to play F. One thing that I think is really, really valuable to do if you have a pad or something like this, listen to the pad and then listen to how the notes sound against that pad. Now, I'm still getting used to some things with this bass. Right here in this moment as well, look at my thumb over here. You can be working on technique at the same time. C, I'm listening, right? D. I don't want to talk about, because it's beyond the scope of what I'm talking about here, but I want you to notice that floating thumb when I change over to that. Now, I played all of the notes available to me in the key of C major in that one position. Okay, that's one thing, and that gets us this fingering shape. But what is another thing we can do to solidify what that scale sounds like, or what that scale is? Well, we could sing it, or also 1, 2, 3, 4. This is important. 6, 7, 1, 7, 6. Oh, sorry. What did I just do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. I cheated. I shifted because I lost my train of thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, or 8. Let's call it 8. 1, 2, because that way you'll learn the extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So when we get to 11, if you see a chord type or whatever that has an 11 in it, the 11 is the same as the 4. Okay, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? Not about doing it fast, but, you know, getting comfortable with the position, seeing the position. You can also play there's the major 7 arpeggio. But what about the next key? The next key, if we go in fourths, the next key is going to be the key of F. All right, so I'm going to change the pad. F is a fourth away from C. There's C, there's F. Now, watch this. F has a very similar shape to that. Here's F. The shapes are the same, right? From C, SV Marco High from New Orleans. You see? There's the one box, one octave major scale, F major scale. But now let's put all of the notes in F major together. There's the 7. There's the 6. Why didn't we play that open low string? Because B natural does not exist in the key of F major. All right. Now, where's the next key? The next key from Poland. Wow, we got Paris in the house. We got Poland in the house. Wow. Wow, come on, yo. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next key. Anytime we go in this direction, right, we're going in fourths. When we go in that direction. So there's F. Now we're going to go to the next key, which is going to be B flat. Guess what? B flat major in this open position is going to have the same shape as C and F did. Now what I'm going to do, instead of just playing that, I have to play the rest of the notes available to me in the key of B flat on those additional strings. Okay? If you're watching right now and you have a 4 string, all you got to do is stop on the 4 string and ignore what I say about the B string. Okay? So B flat will go up, coming down, because E flat is in the key of B flat. D, we got C, going to go back up. I should have went back up. So right now we've covered 3 major keys. We covered C major, F major, B flat major. Now we're going to go look at E flat major. But now if we're going in this direction, right, looking at our roots, C, F, B flat, E flat, then what do I have available to me in the key of E flat right here? That's all I have, right? But there are notes, as we've discovered, we've got notes below there that belong to the key of E flat. So watch this, and I'm going to show you two different things here. Watch this. E flat. A flat. Go down. Go down. Ah, look at that. E flat. Down to D. To C. But look at this now. While we're here, watch this. Here's E flat. Now I got a way to play E flat. Now I got a way to play E flat starting from E flat major, starting from my pinky finger. Okay, so I'm just going to now just play through all that we've done so far. And I'm going to call them out. Remember, one finger per fret, but I'm shifting when necessary. I'm not holding on to old notes and trying to stretch out my fingers. I'm not trying to. Okay, so C. F. B flat. I played a wrong note. E flat. Now, what's the next key? What's the next key from E flat? Now, I hope that you noticed that shapes, we were able to maintain the same shape from C, F, B flat. Now we've got E flat. Well, if that's true, and this is E flat, what's the fourth away from E flat? It's going to be A flat. And guess what? The shape is going to be the same. But I still got notes that are below. You see? Let me do that again. A flat. Sorry. Now, let's go to D flat. If I maintain that same shape, visualizing these the fourths, there's D flat. Now that's all I can get out of that scale in 4 frets. But watch this. Now I'm on a 5 string, so I'm able to get that D flat or C sharp major right here. Watch this. What do I have now? I've got a shape that everybody's familiar with, or a lot of people are familiar with. D flat, go in order, the order of fourths. Next key is going to be G flat or F sharp major. And look at there, I have all those notes right there. Wow, Vienna too. Bassline project. Excellent. Jeffrey Boyle, what's good? So there's F sharp major, right? You dig? So now let's go to the next key. What is the next key going to be if I go up? Jade! What's the next key if I go up in fourths? It's going to be B major. I'm going to maintain that same shape. Now watch this. Sorry. Now I got these open string shapes. If I start from the lowest string, B. Well, remember I said that going in that direction is going in fourths? Well, that means that the next key is going to be what? In this 4 fret area, we're just dealing with these first 4 frets. It's going to be E. Let's just move on to the next key. You'll have to rewind this. There's no, you're not going to get all this in one sitting. This is the type of stuff that you have to practice and workshop, right? You have to do that. So now we're going to go to A, okay? What would be the next key? The next key is going to be D. Now we're into some different sort of a fingering idea here, because we're going to start from the 3rd finger, right? This is the rule that we've set, that we're going to stay within 4 frets and only use the appropriate finger for the appropriate fret. So here, all right, we're doing a little textbook here, right? So here, we're on the key of D. Let's follow the same step. We're going in 4th, so we'll go to G. And then we're right back. We're right back to the key of C. Right back to the key of C. So if you've been watching from the beginning, you have seen and heard all major scales right here in first position. If you're joining late, 20, 25 push-ups, however many you got in you, do your push-ups, your bass-ups as we like to call them. I'm just going to throw on a random thing here. And I'm saying that it's random because it's an exercise in iReal Pro. For those just joining, for those of you who are just joining, welcome. welcome, welcome. Even though I am going to throw on, iReal Pro, I do want to share with you that this live stream is brought to you by Bass Note Master. It's an interactive fretboard that has analysis, modes, arpeggios. There are lessons on modes, lessons on how to systematically go through learning your bass neck, and there is some gamification as well where you can get some progress, unlock some things, all that good stuff. BassNoteMaster.com is the website. BassNoteMaster is the website. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this randomness right here, is I'm going to put on this iReal Pro play along track. And the reason that I'm doing this is because it is going through all keys in the circle of fourths. Okay? So I won't be able to play the whole scale shape as up and down as we did because it's only 4 bars each. But you see C, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat in the circle, G flat, B, E, A, D, G. All right. Bass Note Master, there is a free level of Bass Note Master. You get some functionality for free. And then there is a pro unlock for $9.99, but it is a one-time free for life, all upgrades for $9.99 US. All right. So what do we want? Do we want swing? Let's just stick with swing for now. Let's just stick with swing. Let's see. F. B flat. E flat. A flat. D flat. G flat or F sharp. B. E. A. D. Play the wrong note. G. I don't know why I stopped because I wanted to talk to you. C. B flat. E flat. A flat. D flat. G flat. B. E. A. Woo. D. G. C. flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. I'm just playing, going up and down to the 5. E, A, D, G, so again, if you have, if you've if you're just coming on, you've missed quite a bit. So you'll have to rewind this. Because a whole lot of information, but let me see if I can recap. All right. So what I did was I stuck to the first 4 frets, and visually I used 1 finger per fret. I say visually because my goal isn't to like hold on to a note and stretch. Sometimes I do, but that's not, I'm not trying to do that. So when I have to shift, I have to shift. So open position, first 4 frets, and all 12 keys, right? Also, using every string, starting from, if you play 5-string, right? If you're new to 5-string, or if you have a 5-string that you have not been playing that 5th string, you gotta play the 5th string. It's not just a thumb rest, okay? You gotta put it into practice. So we went from C, the key of C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, A, E, D, G, back to C. That's all of the major keys in one position. All right. So one thing that I would say is, instead of trying to do all of them at one time, right? Pick one and get comfortable with it. So for instance, C major. Now there's C major in its entirety in first position. Well, C major also has a C major triad. Right? C major also has a C major 7 arpeggio. There are lessons built into Bass Note Master that will teach you about modes and these, what these extra colors do. Like if you think about the root and the 5th of a chord, they don't tell you a whole lot unless the 5th is augmented or diminished. So I like to think about those like, let's say the root and the 5th are like brick and mortar, right? And the 3rd is like the color, the paint, right? I guess that's a good analogy. Okay, so you might go up the scale. Tiny, 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 tiny. High, Bernadine. My name is Ted, and the name of the channel is Ted Talks Bass. Welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome. Thank you for being on this live. All right, so there's our, so we spend time in that C major. And we may not be, this stuff is like the vegetables, right? No kid wants to eat their vegetables. So, because you don't really, you're not playing a song necessarily or whatever. Make up little melodies. See what you can play within that fingering. Jumped out of the fingering. So what I just did was against the rules. It was against the rules. I came out of the fingering. So the parameter that I'm supposed to be giving myself is to stay within. But now listen, I'm going to be honest with you. That's difficult for me because when I go to play octaves, I'm going to play octaves with my first finger and my pinky. So rules are meant to be broken, right? But if I have that scale, if I have that, let's stop this and we're going to go back to iReal Pro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from a swing to let's do like a let's see what this is about. Okay, so this is what's called a 2-5-1. Can I repeat it? I think that'll repeat it. I haven't used this in a while. So, what is a 2-5-1? We're going from the 2, which is the second note of the scale, to the 5th chord of the scale, back to the 1. So, for instance, let me turn this other camera back on. That's not the camera. This one. So where's 2 in the key of? So now I'm just looking for the roots of those chords in this first position. D, G, and what else do you notice about this? What else do you notice about this based on what we talked about a little while ago? 2, 5, 1. The roots, the interval between each one of those roots is a fourth. So remember I said if you're just starting, if you've been here a while, you know what I'm talking about. When we go in this direction, we're going in fourths, the interval of a fourth. So we're starting with D, and then we go up a fourth to G, and then we go up a fourth to C. But alternately, we can go from D, up a fourth, and then down to C there. What about for you 4-stringers, and we're sticking to first position right now, where's D? Because you don't have that low D if you're not on 5-string. D, G, and then C. And all I'm playing right now are root notes, right? All I'm playing is root notes. Check it out. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go lower. D. And I'm only using that third finger because that's the parameter that I set for myself, was to stick within that framework, right? So go lower. Play the open D. Now what I want to do, let's add the third. What is the third? Now I'm going to skip through this a little bit because I do have some other things that I need to get cracking today, and looks like sorry guys, we sort of got the neighborhood watch going here, and my neighbor just texted me to see who was at her door. It looks like it was a salesman. All right, wouldn't want to have to go out there and click click. Click click. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you what thirds are. I'm not gonna go because I don't want to do a whole lesson on thirds on. Okay, it's hard not to. So from D, the minor third would be F. From G, the major third would be B. From C, the major third would be E, or that open E. Now I know that's, look, you got to come back. You got to subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you got to do that, because we cover, better yet, what you need to do is become a member, right? So there's all kinds of ways to do that that are all over here to check those out, right? So anyway, here we go. We're going to add the thirds of each one of these chords. All I did was add thirds. So All I did was add third zero. Oh man, I love this bass. I love it. Anyway, let's see how long we've been on. We've been on 45 minutes. Listen, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, like this video, share with somebody, get the word out on TED Talks Bass, and check out Bass Note Master. I think you're gonna really dig it. If you have any questions, I'm pretty quick on the comments, so leave a comment below this. If it's something that I can answer right away, I'll answer it. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Again, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell for notifications so you never miss a video or a live stream. Tonight we're on at 7 p.m. CST. We're unlocking this funky groove on an Alanis Morissette song, of all things. So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you tonight. It ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. Peace. Two fingers.